Good morning, class. Good morning, sir. My name is Cadet Chen. I will be briefing paragraph 1. We are 1-5 Infantry Division. Our task is going to be to attack and destroy Objective Phantom. Purpose is to deny enemy influence on the battalion main effort. We're going to have 2 attached teams. We're going to have Alpha Team. They're the assault team. They're going to attack and destroy Objective Phantom with the purpose to deny enemy influence on the battalion main effort. Their key weapon systems are going to be the 249 and the 320. Bravo team, they're going to be our security team. They're going to interdict enemy and prevent enemy from escaping. They're going to have the same key weapon systems as Alpha team. Now we got weapons team, gun team 1. They're going to provide security, provide support by fire, and enable main effort Alpha team. And their key systems is going to be the 240 Bravo. All right, let's orientate ourselves along the map. All right, our north bounding is going to be 36, south is going to be 32, our east is going to be 16, our west is going to be 16, east is going to be 08. Our northern bounding is going to be Route Camaro. It stretches along here. Our east is going to be this mountain, coastal mountain range right here. Our west is going to be the Baynan River, and our south is going to be the south of Objective Phantom. Some key things to notice for our AOA is going to be that there is a close air support team, platoon-sized helicopter south of this map. We do not have to be worrying about them because they're only going to be triggered by a battalion size or bigger size element. So we do not have to worry about that, but we do have to worry about this howitzer located south of this map. They are going to be a problem for us when we try and attack going through our avenues of approach later on. Their trigger is going to be an ID of U.S. infantry elements, squad size or bigger, and their reaction time is 10 minutes. Now we have that mortar team on Objective Phantom. They're going to have a reaction time of 5 minutes, so we have to be careful about them. For a reserve, we have 1 reserve motorized platoon south of this map as well. Their reaction time is going to be 40 minutes, and they're there to prevent U.S. forces advancements around the coastal mountain ranges. All right, let's get to our GTAO. As we can see, there's a lot of restrictive and severely restricted terrain, mostly along these mountains and along these hilltops around here. So that's going to heavily restrict our movement, and it's going to canalize us to have to go through these narrow spots, as we can see over here. Next, let's talk about the avenues approaches. We're going to use avenue approach number 2, which is going to handrail along these roads and then cut inwards towards the mountain. We want to cut inwards because we know that the enemy will probably not want to be near the edge of the mountain. They do not want to go all the way there because it's far from roads. Next, let's talk about civilian towns and civilian considerations. We got towns located nearby everywhere. We got 2 towns by here, got a village there, a village here, and we also got a big town right here. So we want to avoid those spots. We do not want to get in the way of civilians. We do not need civilian casualties for this mission. All right, here's the avenue approach for the enemy. They're going to have 1 going along the road here and the other coming south from here. One thing to notice is that they're going to be using roads. They're going to get there faster than us if they know that we are coming. And so we got to be wary about that, and we got to make sure that we have to be effective and go attack quickly before they have time to send reinforcements down. Key terrain is going to be this hilltop right over here. It is key terrain because it's on the hilltop of where facing the road that the enemy will have to take to come to Objective Phantom. So this will allow us to have great fields of fire and observations. All right, some weather. It is going to be a rainy day, and there's going to be some wind, so that we have to prepare for these streams over here. These streams, they're going to get bigger, and their current is going to get stronger, meaning that we might not be able to just cross right through them. We might need equipment, rope, or something else to help us battle that. We were talking about that. Cloud cover. It will be like 99% cloud cover. This is good for us because it will mask our movement from the enemy, and it will also limit their observation and fields of fire, so we can really sneak across the avenues. All right, let's get to our company level enemy sit-temp. We're going to mainly focus on this platoon right over here because this is going to be the avenues approach that we'll be taking in the area of our operations. All right, we can see that there is one motorized platoon over here with their main task to be their main task is to occupy this village, with a mortar team here tasked to disrupt movement along the coastal regions. And there's going to be a recon squad that is going to be located around this edge of the map, and their purpose is going to be to detect U.S. forces and provide information so that these teams can support them in however they want. Key weapon systems are going to be those normal to North Torbian key weapons. Going to be that QJZ-89, QBU-88, QLG-10, and the DZJ-08s, and the CSK-141s. The most common weapon is going to be that rifle. The dangerous weapon is going to be that machine gun on that CSK-141. All right, moving on to our platoon level sit temp. This is going to be what our main efforts are going to be. We're going to have one squad here. They're tasked to disrupt. We got another squad here tasked to occupy this village. And there's going to be a squad. There's going to be the platoon located in this village. Next, we have this squad size over here. Third squad. This is going to be important for us because this is going to be where we are going to be going for our main objective, which is to destroy this mortar team over here. Again, there's this recon team tasked to detect U.S. forces. All right, this is going to be our macro sit temp. All right, I split it up into teams. We do not need to focus these teams. They're just here for your awareness. But the teams that we got to worry about is this recon team and this team right over here. They're all going to have weapon ranges and engagement areas that will cover us if they do see us. So we do have to be very careful. Again, the key weapon systems for all these teams are going to be the same as the platoon and company size. They will have CSKs, 141s. Those are going to be great for this team over here because there's a lot of road over there. A high value target would be those mortar teams over here. Those are going to be high value because we want to destroy this thing because this is a great mass production weapon, and that is why it's a high value. We must destroy it to accomplish our mission. All right, this is our macro sit temp. Let's get a little bit more in detail about where the teams are going to exactly be. We got HQ over here. We got an anti-tank team over here. We got the mortar team over here with that sniper rifle, and we got Bravo team from 3rd Squad located along this road. As we can see, the engagement areas are going to be slightly chopped because there's that wooded area. We're surrounded by a lot of trees. They're not going to be able to see much besides what is on the road. So that is why they're going to cover these roads as best as they can. They're going to make sure that we cannot use these roads to get access to destroy their mortar team. So they're going to make sure that they're going to be watching these roads and along it with that mortar team and that sniper, light machine gun, and that other sniper over here. They're going to be on the watch. All right, some enemy capabilities that we want to talk about. Their intelligence. They are not aware of us right now, so that's a strength for us because it allows us to if we stay concealed and hidden in our mission, we can surprise them because they don't know what size we are. Movement and maneuver, that's a strength for the North Torbian forces because they have these CSKs, they have these roads all along here, gives them great access, great reinforcements. It's going to allow them to prepare for fast moving, and they're going to be able to send reinforcements and escape faster. Fires, we got that mortar team right here, and we got that howitzer south there. Those are strengths because they can attack without having direct visuals on the enemy. Protection, we got that recon squad. The recon squad is going to be that protection because it gives them that early warning. Sustainment, for now, they're freshly equipped with weapons and equipment, so we know that they have the supplies, but we do know that the war is going to change how much supplies they have and how much equipment that they're able to maintain. Command and control, it's a weakness for them. Though they are equipped with radios and are communicating, they are dispersed because of a 2-327 infantry that conducted an air assault nearby. As we can see earlier, they're dispersed. It's harder for them to control each of the squads. All right, they will accomplish this by conducting air defense. They want to defend these villages and defend these roads because that is what they're playing. They're playing the defensive side. The decisive to their operation is going to be those recon squads because they're going to give that warning for them to prepare and send reinforcements or disengage if necessary. The purpose of the enablers are going to be to destroy, disrupt, and defend the U.S. forces squad size, so us. All right, let's look at our friendly forces. All right, we're going to have our company mission statement as Charger Company 1st-5th Infantry Battalion will disrupt enemy forces in Ao Ronan no later than 30/2200 August 24th in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operations. Their key tasks are going to be to disrupt, deny, retain, and avoid decisive engagements. All right, we're not trying to fight them. We're trying to just get down here, get to the mortar team, destroy them, and leave as soon as possible. We're not trying to stay there longer than we have to. Our one level up military mission statement is going to be that platoon is going to be to disrupt enemy forces in Ao Ronan no later than 30/2200 August 24th in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion main effort. Key tasks are going to be the same. All right, let's discuss about their end states. For terrain, the North Torbian forces in the zone disrupted without accurate knowledge of platoon composition or disposition. Enemy, it's going to be platoon reconsolidate at the patrol base and posted for follow-on operations if necessary. Our civilian is going to be primarily making sure that while we're on the route, that we are not affecting civilian towns and we're avoiding them at all costs. Friendly, it's going to be to minimize civilian casualties and collateral damage to infrastructures. We do not want to destroy their buildings. Our adjacent units are going to be 1st Squad. They're going to attack to destroy objective Phantom right over here. That's us, main effort. We're going to have 2nd Squad ambush to destroy enemy and objective Reaper over here. And we got 3rd Squad over here. They're going to do a demonstration to suppress enemy on objective Ghost. So suppression here. And what we want to do with this kind of platoon sketch is we want to show that these are distractions so that we can fake the enemies to come here to reinforce these two teams right here, squads, so that we can have a freedom of maneuver to come down on this area, avenue of approach, and attack the objective Phantom, because that is our main effort. That is going to be the thing that is decisive in our battle. All right, that concludes my brief. Thank you for listening.